Hi, it's Andy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
Today, actually, how are you guys today? Should ask you, how are you doing? How's Kirk today?
I can't do a countryside walk today. I've got too much to catch up on because I was in Newcastle upon Tyne earlier in the week. So, day of reviews. I've got the new Therion album to review. I've got a metalcore album to review, which I'm not really looking forward to. And got to clean the house and do some cooking. So, what about you guys?
Andy, what are you up to today?
Not a lot. Plans changed. Miserable outside. Just stuff around the house, I think. Clean my new work van is one task I need to do.
Oh, it's an exciting day for a Sunday.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to go have breakfast and I'll be doing editing after that, I think, and a few other bits. Maybe I spent an entire day. I did 12 hours of editing yesterday, so I'm kind of like...
Mrs. Brett must love you so much.
Yeah, I have said that we will definitely go out for a bit, so I'll take her out for breakfast after.
Go for Sunday lunch.
I don't like people. It's just annoying. It's like socializing. I just don't want to be in a restaurant with other people. It's like,
remember, people equal shit.
Yes, pretty much. Go on, right. So today's video. Let's talk about today's video. It's a band you guys, I'm pretty much certain you've never heard. It's outside of our normal genre of metal, like death metal, hardcore, metalcore. It does have drums. It does have guitars in it. And that's what I'm going to tell you. So we're going to go check out today's video. Let's go. 2, 1. It might come up on screen, actually. Okay, there we go. Any guesses on the band?
No idea.
Kirk?
No, go on. Who was it?
So it's a band called The Birthday Massacre. They're from Toronto, I think they're from. Been going for about 20 odd years. I think early 2000s they started. Released about eight or nine albums, just on tour in the UK at the moment. And this was a song called In the Dark. They're very storytelling. They're very into the Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass and story gothic
Big clocks.
dolls. What? Sorry?
Big clocks.
Big clocks and all of that kind of. But I also think they're very much into their kind of 80s Depeche Mode synth pop, kind of crossing that over into sort of like just adding some guitars into there. And so it's a very different style of song that we would do to this channel compared to something, considering we just did As I Lay Dying, which is a very, very different style. But I wanted to see what your guys' thoughts were on it. So Kirk, you can lead on this one if you like.
Right, so I have heard the name. So January this year, I went to see Daniel Tompkins, a singer from Tesseract, and I met the guitar player there, A.D.K, great guy, and his girlfriend. I was speaking to her and she said, "You listen to this band," and it was The Birthday Massacre. And I ended up not listening to it, so I apologize for that. Yeah, do you know, I really enjoyed this song. I disagree. I don't think there is a Depeche Mode element in there. Certainly there were a few beats like that. If anything, they were using syncopation for the riffs. It's kind of like a watered down, crunchy groove metal riff, isn't it? I love the drummer keep changing the time signature as well. Did you notice that in the intro? That he does that 3 times. What a chorus! I could sing that back to you now if I had the voice to do it and the talent. But
please don't.
No, I'm not going to do it. I love the voice, and it almost reminded me of as if they were in that film Beetlejuice. There's certainly that imagery to it, isn't there? I would put that on again. And you know what? If that was coming on radio, I'd be saying they've not really compromised to get there either, because it's clear that they want to have this cobweb-themed gothic rock with pop sensibilities. And such a luscious vocal line for that chorus. Really impressive. I don't know if the whole album would be like that. And I know they squeezed it into 4 minutes, but give me 10 of those songs, I wouldn't be complaining. I just thought the singer was absolutely superb on that. You're right, storytelling. Listen to the cadences of her voice. You can hear everything that she's saying. And I actually did, for once, pay a bit more attention to the video with the big clocks. Andy's there in the description. It felt like it was in an old 19th century haunted manor house, didn't it? And there were issues there of being haunted in your sleep. And I just love how she hangs on those words, "I'm in the dark," and then goes back into a rendition of that. Is that what the song's called?
In the Dark, yeah.
Yeah, and what year was it?
I think, if I remember right, it was 2006, 2007, something like that.
I would have been into that. If someone would have shown me that in 2007, I would have enjoyed it, yeah. I'm not pleasantly surprised, because I didn't know what to expect. That is good music.
Here we go, Andy, go on.
I'm always looking at these from the visuals, the video aspects. I mean, we done Alter Bridge earlier in the session, and that was just it wasn't a music video, it was just the song. So with that, I am analysing the instruments, the songs, and the format of the songs. I am looking at the visuals on this, and yeah, again, my favourite style of video, with the performance element mixed in with the theatrics, and as you said, it creates a really good story. I had sort of initial thoughts of the Cradle of Filth video, Her Ghost in the Fog, with the snow, the sort of the gothic elements, the darkness of it all, the low light of the whole thing. I really like the vocals as well. Really, really complimented the music. She hasn't got the range and the power of some of her contemporaries and other ladies we've discussed. The bass coming through I liked as well. You could hear the bass throughout the track. Again, it's another one where I don't think I could sit down and listen to it on my headphones or in the van, but stick on a few official music videos or a live performance, I'd probably quite enjoy it. Yeah, it's different from what we usually do. What would you style that? Goth rock?
Yeah, it's kind of like an emo goth rock kind of crossover, because they really do. I mean, in every single one of their videos and songs, there's a lot of synth elements. They do like that. They like to bring in sort of an 80s vibe, sort of that kind of gothic 80s crossover. So when you said Sisters of Mercy, although it's not a direct sort of element, you can definitely hear there's an element of what they've listened to historically, and Sisters of Mercy is one of their influences. So you can they're trying to do something different now, and even their latest album, when they come out, it's got similar sort of lots of similarities to what we've just listened to now on this latest video. And there's not really anyone kind of doing that element with bringing those sort of synths over and trying to make it sound like, or blending the elements of the 80s and early 90s bands. Everyone's trying to do something more modern. Everything's trying to stay away from that. They don't want to sound as vintage or dated, unless you're a thrash band everyone's trying to sound like classic thrash now. So I like it. And I agree, actually, listening to a whole album can be a little bit challenging. So I've got a few of their albums, and I find that they work best if listening to 2 or 3 songs at a time and then going on to something else. It feels more refreshing, because there's a lot of similarities between the tracks as you go through them. And watching the videos is definitely the way to go if you're going to do that, because every video tells a separate story. They love to use character dolls. They don't do I think every video has performance elements put into it, so you do always get a band playing, but they have lots of weird stories. They love to throw goth in there. They love to throw creepy dolls. Dolls appear, I think, in almost every video at some point, either ripping heads off dolls or some sort of weird, or dolls coming to life and trying to kill the girl in it. So there's some very cool elements to go and watch from a video sort of side of it.
I don't think, the guitars at the beginning are definitely metal. Rock bands don't do that heavier syncopated style, and I thought they were quite successful in putting that into the music, because I know that Lacuna Coil have done their 20th anniversary reimagining of the 2002 album, and we'll be discussing that in a later video. And that is so bland, it's just ringing fifth chords, whereas the guitars kept me interested.
Okay.
And like you said, Andy, good groove to the bass. To me, there's definitely a late 1980s goth pop vibe to it, with that Evanescence post nu metal type rhythmic quality, and it's dominated by the vocals. But I don't think the music was bland. That there was enough there to certainly pique my interest.
Okay, very good. So there we go. That was the Birthday Massacre and In the Dark. I hope everyone enjoyed that one. I certainly did, and I'm sure you guys did. And if you like this video, please do subscribe, click the bell icon, like and share, and we'll see you on another video sometime very soon. Take care.